In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 pitching principles that you can use and you can apply to your very next presentation that will make your sales presentations so much more effective. Watch on to find out what those principles are. The first principle to any effective sales presentation is to be prepared. It's so important that you take the time prior to standing in front of a client, in front of an audience, to be prepared. Now, what does this mean? What does it mean to be prepared? Well, it's not just about having your script ready and having your PowerPoint slides down. There's a couple of things you really want to concentrate on and focus on to make sure that your sales pitch is as prepared as it can be. Firstly, know your audience. You have got to know the audience that's in the room. Know what their hot buttons are. Know what's going to pique their interest. And it's not the same with every single client and every single audience. So you need to potentially adjust your offer and adjust what it is you're presenting to the room depending upon who's sat in there. So first up, know who is in the room and what their hot buttons are. What's going to interest them. Secondly, you want to know exactly what your offer is and how it's going to benefit the people in the room. So make sure you know who's in the room and what it is that you're offering to them and how it will impact and make their lives better. By simply doing that, by being more prepared in that way, your pitches and your sales pitches are going to be so much more effective. My second principle is for you to build a connection with the audience. Now, there are 2 points in time where you've got to be building a connection. First up, it's before you start your presentation. How? Well, it's by simply going out and shaking hands, meeting and greeting people in the room, talking to them. Don't hunch over your laptop. Don't sort of hide away in the corner talking to only 1 or 2 people. Get out and meet and greet as many people in the room as you can. That will help you build a connection and help them, more importantly, build a relationship with you before you get up and speak. This will help you be more effective. Now, if you're presenting online, the same principles apply. If you're delivering a webinar, you want to be basically welcoming people as they enter into the webinar room, chatting to them through the chat facilities of your webinar tool. Whatever mechanisms are available to you, make sure you get out and effectively meet and greet the people that have come to sit through your pitch. Now, over the course of your presentation, as you're delivering it, you want to make sure that your presentation is aimed at building a relationship and building connection. So that means, firstly, having a good story, your background story, so they can understand who you are and where you come from. You want to ensure that the language is tailored such that it's you focused. So in other words, you're constantly referring to things in the frame of reference of your audience. So keeping those 2 simple things in mind will help you build a connection during your presentation. So as you develop your sales presentations to make them more effective, look at how you can build a relationship with the room before you start, and then as you go through your presentation, how you can be constantly deepening and building that connection. The third principle is to start confidently and end confidently. Your audience will judge your presentation by the first 30 seconds. This is the point when they will decide if they're going to listen to it any further or if they're just going to switch off. So you need to start strong, get their attention and start confidently. Don't fluff around, don't hesitate. Instead, come out with a bang and get their attention and get them listening. Introduce the points to them, introduce why this is an important presentation for them to sit through. So start confidently. More importantly, for a sales presentation to actually make sales, you have got to be confident as you deliver the close. As you go and move from content into your offer, be confident. Don't start to have hesitation in the voice, hesitation in your body language, have hesitation in what you're saying. No, you need to be completely confident that your offer, and deliver it confidently, that your offer will solve the problems that your audience faces and that it is the best thing for them to solve their problems. Now, I'm sure that your products or services are the best products or services on the market. So stand behind them, and as you offer them to clients at the price that you're offering to, stand confidently behind it, deliver it confidently, and then the audience that you're talking to will buy into that, and they will then more likely hand over their hard-earned cash so that you can make the sales that you deserve. The next principle is to keep your presentations audience focused. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. One I've already touched on. That's keep your message you focused. Look at how you can incorporate the word you into your sales pitch. Rather than referring to I or previous clients, talk about you as terms of the audience. So you will experience this benefit. You will enjoy this. You will get this. Whatever it is, make sure that the phrasing that you are using is you focused rather than I focused. You can then also look to incorporate stories, and you've got a great range of stories that you probably haven't tapped into. So have a look at your own personal background for stories that illustrate some of the points and examples that you want to cover. Look at your previous client stories. What stories and examples and testimonials do they have? Case studies that you can use in your sales pitch to demonstrate the effectiveness and the benefits of using your product and services. And finally, make facts relatable. Don't talk about great big esoteric numbers that mean nothing. Bring them back to real tangible levels that people can understand. Steve Jobs was a master of this. When he spoke and delivered a presentation about the iPod, he didn't talk about it having a gigabytes of hard drive because that means nothing to the layman. But what does mean something is to say, well, rather than having gigabytes of hard drive, you could store 7,500 songs on there. All of a sudden, it becomes a lot more real to people. They can understand. So do the same with your presentation. It makes it more relatable, more audience focused. And when it's audience focused, they're going to listen, absorb, and then act upon what it is you're presenting to them. The next principle is so vital. It's be exciting. Be excited by what it is you're presenting and be entertaining. You have a responsibility to be excited. If you can't get excited about your products and services and what it is you're offering, why do you expect someone to step up from an audience and offer you their hard-earned cash? They're not going to unless you are excited. So if you have got something of value, let that excitement come through. Let it shine through in your voice, in how you say it, and in what you're covering. Show that you enjoy the process, that you enjoy sharing what it is you're presenting to the room, and let that shine through. Let your enthusiasm come through, and that will go a long way to make your sales presentations much more effectively. People will buy into your enthusiasm. If you're enthusiastic, they will be enthusiastic, and you will make more sales. So don't be afraid to be energetic and enthusiastic in your presentations. My final principle for helping you get far more effective with your sales presentation is to always take the opportunity to present. It doesn't matter how well prepared or not you are. And I know that one of my earlier principles was about being prepared. I want you to use this as the overriding guiding principle though. You will have better sales presentations the better prepared you are. But if you're not 100% prepared and you're not 100% ready, don't turn down the opportunity. Take any chance you have to get in front of an audience. It will make you a better speaker, a better presenter, and as a result, over time, your sales presentations will become far more effective because you will learn the skills to basically engage and entertain an audience. You'll understand what their hot buttons are so that you can connect with them better. You will be a better sales presenter the more you present. So don't waste the opportunities that come your way. When someone offers you stage time, take it, get yourself in front of a room so that you can present and develop your skills. If you want more information about how you can improve your sales presentation, improve your ability to pitch, whether it's in person or online, check out the Dynamic Speaking Library at the Public Speaking Skills Academy.com. There you will find a range of courses, a private members area only Facebook group that you can get online coaching, get mentorship through for a small monthly fee. Check out the Dynamic Speaking Library today. Wow.